What's up, guys? It's Zombie Dead 32 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Station. I'll be coming at you with the deck profile of the deck I played at YCS Seattle. I was a 2-1 drop. I actually don't know why I dropped. My friend convinced me to, so we could do side events. So I did. I'll only be showing you the main deck, and
main and extra.
Yeah, main and extra, because there's some cards that I take out for the side to get back to people, and I don't know what other side cards are because I'm missing one, and I'm missing a card from my extra deck, and that's D'Agusto Phoenix, because they were going for like. People were selling them, trading for them for like 30, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'll get rid of that. Alright, so I run 3 Gen X Undines. Gen X Undine, you summon it, you search controller, you send like Dragoon to the graveyard to get any other water in your deck. It's such a good play. Me and my friend right now that made the deck are debating. He doesn't like this engine, but it's so fast and so good, you have to play it. Then you run 3 Dragoon, you dump those to the graveyard with Spike's effect, with Spike's effect, and what's his name? Oh yeah, and Undine's effect to get like any card, basically the whole deck to your hand except for Tregores and Maxi. I mean, those are the only cards in the whole deck you can't get to your hand with Dragoon's effect. And then Controller, obviously. And then one Mulligan Glacius, when you have exactly 5 waters, you drop it, discard 2 cards from their hand when it's destroyed or whatever, and it's sent to the graveyard and not on the field. When it's removed from the field, I have to skip my next battle phase.
Would you run another one if you could get it?
No. No. One is perfect. I mean, I didn't really draw it that much, but Megalo, which is this guy, put in work all weekend, dude. You just draw Megalo, search Sphere, attack twice, drop Mulligan Glacius.
That's good.
That's how the weekend went, basically. And this, I mean, you think this deck would explode and then the game would be over, but I found myself winning the game with 5 cards left in my deck. A lot. I mean, it was crazy. And then I ran 2 Abyss Spikes. When it's brought out, normal summon or special summon, I can discard a water to search a level 3 or lower water monster. So like, say they go Heavy Storm, Chain Abyss Sphere, send Line to the graveyard. Then when Line is destroyed, which is, this is Line, when Line is destroyed and sent to the grave, you special summon a Mermail from your deck, so you special summon this during your opponent's turn. You can send like Marksman or Heavy Infantry or Dragoon or something to the graveyard, and then you search more or whatever. Yeah, so I mean, really good card. And then I run 2 lines. People run 3. I run 2 because you run 2 spheres and 2 lines. I'm really not a big fan of running 3 of anything. 2 marksmans and 2 heavy infantries. When marksman is discarded, it destroys a set. When heavy infantry is discarded, it destroys a face up. And then when this one does battle damage, I can special summon another Atlantean, and when this one's on the field, I can normal summon again.
Oh my god, you'll be a horrible format of heavy with 2.
Yeah. And then you run 2 Deep Sea Divas. I mean, they just get the deck going faster. You don't need 3.
Those need to be super.
Yes. You run 2 Maxis. It's a big scale event, and I was expecting a lot of windups, a lot of gear guys, and a lot of, just mirror matches and stuff.
There was a lot of rabbits.
Yeah, and a lot of rabbits. There's so many rabbits, but I sided out against the rabbit matchup. But, so Maxi it was a big scale event, so I had to. I probably wouldn't even run them, honestly, and like at my locals. And then the Dragonagores, just the OTK stoppers. Alright, because you only ran a couple trap cards. Now for spells, you run Heavy, Mind, Dark Hole, Reborn, Pot of Avarice, and Triple MST. A lot of people that I saw at the top tables that were running Mermails were only running 1 or maybe 2, but I chose 3 because I couldn't fit them in the extra deck, and I'd rather have them main boarded, just to, because Macro Rabbit was just flying around.
Oh my god,
there's so many Macro Rabbits.
I smashed Macro Rabbits.
I have such a bad matchup, so I chose the main 3 so I could draw more consistently, which I still didn't try. And then you run a Lure of Darkness for the Gen X controllers. 2 salvages to get cards back to your hand, to discard them again, to keep going into Megalos and stuff. That's it for the spells. There's 11 of them. Traps, you run 2 Bispheres. Bisphere's effect says you can, when it's activated, you can special summon a Mermail, and then when this is sent to the graveyard, the Mermail dies. Obviously, and then 2 Tarantulas just to clear fields, because you're not always gonna have the the big pushes. All right, extra deck time. So you run a Mistworm. Mistworm is it's the good level 9. It's like the only level 9. Scrap Dragon. I chose to play Scrap Dragon over Stardust because Scrap Dragon is bigger, and then you can just pop and destroy. Like, what I did is I activated Sphere with a Scrap Dragon, got line, activated Scrap Dragon effect, popped the Sphere, and then destroyed one of their monsters, blah blah blah. For level 7s are in Gungnir and Black Rose. Black Rose is a staple level 7, and then Gungnir is...
I love how one deck made Gungnir and DeLorean worth money. Both of them were nothing a few months ago.
Yeah, exactly. And
they were both like maybe $5-10 a piece.
And then Gungnir is just like the water card. I don't even know what it does because I didn't even bring it out. DeLorean. Oh my god, dude. DeLorean wins games. So, like, I had exactly 5 waters in my graveyard. Brought out DeLorean. Special summon Million Glaciers. Discarded 2 cards from their hand. Effect, return, 2,500. Bounce. Or special summon again. Discard 2 more cards. So good. But, I wasn't able to attack, but I got rid of their whole hand, so that's all I cared about. And then Hyper Librarian and Alley Justice Catastor. I mean, they're just the good level 5s. They just get over stuff. And then Armory Arm for overlays, or for XYZs, whatever you call them. Big Eye, because you can go 2 Megalos into Big Eye to take their stuff. I misplayed, and I should have gone, I should have gone Big Eye for game, but I misplayed, and I didn't think it through all the way, so the guy ended up winning. That was my only loss, was to Heroes. And then for 4s, you were in Utopia and Dweller. Dweller, because you can go, when you get out, like, this guy and this guy, and then you can overlay into Dweller, and then you can detach with his effects, so then your opponent can't activate, which doesn't really matter, but then you get the Search, because it's still a water monster's effect. So that's what that's used for. And then Utopia is just the staple, Utopia is Utopia. And then level 3s, rank 3s, you play Leviathan and one of Zen mains. There's an OTK with Leviathan, I'm not going to go over it right now. And then Zen mains just puts in work. And then Gachi and Degusto Phoenix. I already said that I got rid of my Degusto Phoenix, so... because it was 25.
Yeah.
I got $25 out of it, so I don't care.
Any last comments you got for the deck?
Play it conservatively and don't go balls to the walls. That's really it, because just when you go balls to the walls, it just doesn't, you can't just put in, you can't do what you want to do, because then they can play around it, because you don't have the big beaters. You only have a 2800, so that's all I can say, guys. Alright, peace out, YouTube.